good evening, and welcome to Wipeout. How are we doing out there, you wonderful people? Oh, wait! We're playing it again! Hope you're all doing well out there this Wednesday evening. We get to listen to the music again, why not? Hope you're doing well out there. It is that time again where we get the Wipeout board out. So we go to Matt the Ref that completed the joke that Sheldon puts up. Very much so, Matt. Thank you very much for the 23-month resub at Tier 3. We go to Puzzle Dan. Oh, wait, it be me. Hello there. Thank you for the 13th-month resub there, Puzzle Dan. And then we move on to Proogs. Also resubscribe, 6 months there. Thank you very much, Proogs. Nicole, what's all this? It's the National Lottery brought to you by Melodic, aka Nicole. Gift out subs to Dark Deus, Riswin, Oh Hey, Cetra, Sherwood Storm, Meredith Music, It's Otley, ABG, Eliza Panda, and Nata IKH. For space! Oh my god, Nicole, that is super generous. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs there. And the hype train continues. 8-month sub from Shapes. Thank you for the 8-month resub there, Shapes. That is amazing support as well. By the spirit of Mr. Paul Daniels, rest in peace as well. Thank you for all your support. We've not even started anything. We're already up. We completed a level 3 hype train. We're approaching level 4. Are we going to hit the puffers? I don't. I'm not issuing it as a challenge. It's already ridiculous the amount of support you're giving me here. And I've not really said hi yet. Sheldon with 1,500 bits just out of nowhere as well. What do you have to say? You don't need a new badge, but thank you for the 1,500 bits there, Sheldon. And also Matt gifting out a sub there going to Forest Field. Thank you very much, Matt, for gifting out a sub there as well alongside your tier 3 sub for yourself. That is unbelievable. Connor! It's just continuing. This is National Lottery brought to you by Connor M27. Gifting out subs to Now Cut That Out, Uzumaki Pavel, Riff Raccoon, GMN Prime, Rustak Creative, 8-Bit Dad, Sake, Yoshi, Ali Lolo, and Serial Quizzer for Space! Connor, what are you doing? Connor, stop it! Good God, there goes level 4 hype train. We're into the level 5. We're basically hitting the buffers now. Holy simoleons. This is ridiculous. And jogging toe with the form of 3 sub saying, hello, how are you doing this evening? And Boy Gems with a 3-month 3 sub. You would not challenge Connor. At Bash like hype at Bash Dude, thank you for the 3-month 3 sub there, Boy Gems. It's amazing. All of the support is just ridiculous. And that's it for this evening. Hope you have fun. Good night. Yeah, we've not even done anything, and yet you're gifting and bitting and why? Clearly, you'll like your time here. That you're willing to part way with that before we've even done anything. Matt. It's the National Lottery brought to you by Matt the Ref! Gifting out subs to Triona, Tuna Tin, and Cheesy Dancing! For space! Thank you, Matt, for another 3 gifted subs alongside what you've already done. And Buzzer Dev with 100 bits. All aboard, choo choo indeed. I mean, you don't even know. I know there are a few new people joining here, and they've already been gifted a sub on here. Notably, Riff Raccoon is a new name around on this stream. Choo Choo on this instead. Thank you for the 100 bits from Milk. But yeah, Riff Raccoon, welcome to this madness. You've already seen the super generosity, but not even done anything. I know I've seen you from over on Ben's streams recently, and you're more than welcome to join over here as well. 'Cause I am the Dukes guy. I do play trumpet, as was evident on the Friday stream, but not often that I do it on stream. But how am I this evening, Matt? It's a good question. I'm feeling good. It's been, I've had this week off of work, so I've been able to relax a little more and do some stuff on Duel Season 4 as well. So yeah, been able to sort of knuckle down on that a bit and get things sorted. So yeah, we've got that trailer that I've just decided to play again because I got the trailer in the bank. Might as well play it and make use of it and get you all hyped up for it. And also I teased the new 3D environment as well. That is happening for Duel Season 4. A new 3D environment for Duel, which looks all of the snazzy and all of the flashy. And I there were times yesterday where I was just leaving it on just to watch it live. It was like, oh, this looks so good. It looks so good. I'm really happy with it. Obviously, there's still a lot more to do with regards to tying it up with Duel Season 4 stuff. By the way, thank you for all the applications that came through. Yesterday evening, I actually put some wheels in motion, and I invited quite a few people that gave me an application up on that and gave them their designated roles. If you've not heard from me, then take it as read that I'm not accepting you right now, although I'm still keeping a record that if for whatever reason someone has to dip out due to real life stuff getting in the way, that kind of thing. So all the applications will still be there. Looks awesome. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Matt. So yeah, if you've not received a message directly from me, then take it as read then that I've not accepted your application for the time being, but it is still on record just in case something happens and I need to replace to keep things alive, as it were. So anyway, enough of Duel. We'll talk about that later because we've got Duel Royale on Friday. We'll talk more Duel on Friday. Anyway, we're talking Wipeout this evening, and Wipeout is the wonderful. Clearly, I just didn't talk. Another national lottery. It's a rollover from Melodnik. Gifting our subs to Applecast, JHS Plus Channel Studio, The Naked Grandma, The Masters, and Quizzy Dan. For space again. You slipped. How dare you, Nicole? Thank you very much for those 5 extra subs, and also Doot from. Oh, thank you, Jack, for the 100 bits and those kind words as well. Ashanyul the Bashman. Oh, thank you for that, and thank you for all your support there. That's a ridiculous amount in that hype train. We've not even done anything, and I've not even described Wipeout. It's a board of 16 answers. 11 of them are correct, 5 of them are wrong. We do it in a sort of massive multiplayer style here, rather than what you normally see on the show. So you're all answering at the same time, and you're giving me your bids in real time, as it were. So it's a bit like the auction round, if you remember that. From the traditional game show. It's also the auction round where you are submitting to me your bids in one go, and then once all the bids are in, we then reveal the answers, reveal the wipeouts, and tally up your score. Points are distributed like the Paul Daniels version, so you get an increasing amount for each successive correct answer you give me. So in total, you could get up to 6,600 points if you give me a perfect submission of 11 answers. Which will be all 11 correct. However, this is the thing about Wipeout. If you give me even just one wrong answer, aka a wipeout answer, then it will wipe out your score all the way down to 0, because there are multiple boards of this in this game. Points will carry over from board 1 to board 2 into board 3. So you do have to be aware that any points that you accrued in previous boards are still at risk and can be wiped out, aka unmute, aka gone, if you give me a wipeout answer. So do bear that in mind. The other thing to be aware of in this game is that there is also author bonus. So if we play a board that has been authored by someone, then they are sitting out of that board and not answering, but they are going to be given 2,000 points, aka doots, at the end of the board as a sort of gesture, so that they don't feel completely hard done by on the leaderboard when they're playing against everybody else. Those are all of the key key mentions you have to worry about in this game. You can answer either in public chat or whisper, and you can answer in multiple messages or just one message, so long as it is within the time period allotted, which is, I believe, 45 seconds. If you answer too soon, it won't accept. If you answer too late, it won't be accepted. You have to answer within the allotted time period given, as indicated by the Twitch bot, aka QuizBot3000. So yes, you can either send it publicly and it'll delete the message, or you can whisper to QuizBot3000. Either of those methods will work. So that is what you are dealing with this evening, and we're going to try and play 4 full games this evening, because we're going to play the 3 board slightly faster variants that we messed around with last time. Nicole, what is this? It's a double rollover. Gifting out subs to Amarinicius, Zephyr Foxworth, Mistress Silver, Professor Wallace, and Snakebite for space again. we're into hyperspace now. Nicole, what are you doing? Did you steal Curse's credit card? You better not have. You better not have. Oh, Tipster. At Bash work, yeah, very much so. Thank you for the 15-month free sub, Tipster. Greatly appreciated. By the way, Tipster will likely be hosting an exhibition game of poker in the Discord tomorrow evening. So if you're interested in playing just a casual game of poker, not in any league or anything like that, just a casual game of poker, then do make yourself aware of the Discord, and that will happen, I think, Thursday evening, aka tomorrow evening. And Tipster is a wonderful host doing all the poker stuff and that kind of stuff and things. Yeah, we're going to try and do 4 full games this evening with 3 boards each, because we're going to try and do it in a slightly faster style like we did last time, and it seemed to work, and we might be able to fit 4 full games in here, so that's 12 boards in total. It's not going to be ludicrous speed car, but it's going to be, we're going to reveal an answer, and then about 5 seconds later we'll reveal the next answer or something like that. So very short, not speed wipeout, but yeah, certainly short interval in between. Right, it's already 15:15. I haven't said hello to everyone. There's just too many of you subscribing and bitting and things. But you're all more than welcome. All 81 plus viewers at the moment. And feel free to join. PGRM is the room code. If you don't want to play, you can of course lurk as well and just play along from a distance. That's no problem as well. Social distancing is always welcome as well. I think it is time to hit that button, Deuce. This first game, in alphabetical order, our authors are going to be AB Me, Ardenfect, and Ramsey. The board's not necessarily going to come in that order. That's just the alphabetical order of the authors for this particular game. So, AB Me, Ardenfect, and Ramsey, thank you very much for the content we're about to receive in this game of Wipeout. If all of you are ready, I think there's a couple of names possibly off the edge of the screen here. If I go to my correct layout for Wipeout, now I think we're ready. And Paul Daniels.
Let's play Wipeout.
There we go. Welcome to the game, all of you all. And if you're ready, let's go to the first board. Our first board is concerning I'm too sexy for this quiz. Too sexy for this quiz. So sexy it hurts. I don't know. Let's see the info. So, what does the singer in Right Said Fred's 1991 song I'm Too Sexy refuse to do or claim that they are too sexy for? To clarify, the 11 correct answers are all either immediately preceded by the words I'm too sexy for, they are either part of a list that comes after the lyric, or they're just clearly refused in some other way. The 5 incorrect answers are just not mentioned at all in the lyrics of the song. So basically looking for the 11 things that are in the lyrics and avoid the 5 that are not. Good luck to you all. 45 seconds will be on the clock once we start it. Here come your answers. And the 45 seconds starts now. Just whisper the numbers you believe are associated to the correct answers. Either in one message or multiple messages, anything like that will work. Do it in public, it will delete your message if it is accepted as a valid response. You need to give me at least a bit of 1 to preserve your score. Although we're all starting on 0 anyway, so you've got nothing to preserve at this point, apart from dignity of being given a wipeout. 10 seconds to get your first bids in. 5. And that is time, and all answers have been accounted for on this board, so you'll be ending on this phase. Chris, you didn't give me an answer in any form during that 45 seconds. Be careful what bots you're whispering to if you are doing that. You should be whispering to QuizBot 3000, and your message there has unfortunately come through too late in public, I've just seen. Just be careful about Twitch chat, and maybe now that you're aware that your answer came in a bit too late, maybe answer 5 or 10 seconds earlier than what you're expecting, so that it definitely gets accepted next time. Unfortunately, I have to wipe you out though. So let's put you into live ranking mode and start revealing these answers. So they're either going to be in or out. Very simple. Let's go through them all. So the first one you went with was this song. 37 players went with this song. That is correct. My Too Sexy for This Song is the correct answer. So you're on 100 doots currently, but you need to get all of your bid correct to preserve that score. Even a single wrong or wipeout in your bid will be a bid. Will end in a 0 score. Next one. Go to my shirt. So sexy it hurts. Yes, 36 players getting that one correct. Next one. Milan. Also correct. 30 players getting that one correct as well. Next one. Japan. I like the rhyme there. Milan, Japan. 23 players getting that one right as well. Next one to reveal. Your party is a correct answer as well. Samson, one of the first to be safe here, as well as Sheldon. No more to give. Next reveal. My car. Yes, indeed. Too sexy by far. 20 players getting that one correct. Next one. My cat. Poor pussy cat is a correct answer for 20. And we have a curling stone apparently on the board revealed so far. Looping now safe, as well as Topper. Next one to reveal. New York. Also correct amongst the Milan and Japan as well. Yes, New York, another correct answer for 18 players. And then we have a number 1 on screen rather than a curling stone. We have a number 1. Next one to reveal is my hat. What do you think about that? Absolutely correct as well. Buzzer Dev, no more left to give. Connor still... unfortunately, Connor, you are in overbid territory. I've just noticed you have 3 more left to give, but there are only 2 correct answers. So, Connor, does mean you will be getting a wipeout at some point. Drahuska is still going, though. Still going for a good bit here. Next reveal. My love is correct. Love's going to leave me. 10 players getting that one correct. There's only 1 correct answer left out of these 6. The others are wipeouts. Which should you go for? Let's find out. We're going to reveal this club next. Connor and Drahuska went for it, as well as Cetra O'Hay, Prey, Jay Nelson, Paulister, and Jay White. And I'm afraid that is our first wipeout of the board, so you're going to be ending this board on a 0. Hard luck on that one. Next one to reveal is Disco Dancing. That was our last correct answer. No way I'm disco dancing is in the lyrics there. That was our last correct answer, so that means the last 4 are all wipeouts. Let's quickly go through them. My jeans. Clearly still sexy for jeans. Next, your face. Your face barely has a chin was used in a rewritten version of the song performed in an episode of Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, but not the official version. Paris, not in there. And my socks. Yeah, your face is a wipeout, very much so. So, that is the end of that first board there. Buzzer, Dev, Drew, Dave, Tom, and Shapes currently tied for the lead on 3,600. Then it's Car, Claire, Shadow, Oni, Looping, Clive, Colo, Mr. Quiz, Natter, and Riswin, all on 2,800. But it could all change because those points are carried over into the next board. And remember, a single wrong answer, a single wipeout will bring that crashing down to 0. So be careful how you play. And for those on the 0 now, you can probably play a bit riskier to try and claw up some points in the leaderboard. Thank you very much, AB Me, for that board. You get yourself a 2,000 author bonus for that. We now move on to Ramsey Fox's board here. Nintendo 64! I'm not a kid. I can't do that voice properly. But Nintendo 64 is the title of this board. And the question is, which of these are the not-so-creative names of games released for the Nintendo 64? Clarify, the correct answers are the titles of cartridges that were officially released and sold in North America and or Europe, as in the PAL region, for the Nintendo 64. These may include original games and ports, as well as games that were exclusive to one region or were released with a different title in other regions. So 11 of these are official Nintendo 64 games. 5 of them are not. Let's see the answers. And your 45 seconds start now. And don't forget, you need to give me at least a bid of one answer to preserve any score that you currently have. If you do not give me a bid in the remaining time, then I will wipe you out. 20 seconds to get a bid in. 15. 10. If you're hearing this now, submit it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. All answers were accepted on the board here. Unfortunately, Diamond Ninja, Bluey, Cart Quiz, Web Quiz, you did not give me an answer in that time. So I'm afraid you're going to have to be wiped out for that. All answers have been accounted for. Oni and Drahuska trying to go for a full sweep here with 11. Lupin trying to go for a bid of 9. Let's put it back into live ranking mode. All I can say, Diamond Ninja, is be careful what you submit. If it maybe got deleted, I don't know, but do watch the stream because it gives you a confirmation as to when. That'll do it. As I say, remember to whisper to the correct bot. Whisper to Quizbot 3000, not Persephone. I don't own Persephone. So do be aware of that, Diamond. Unfortunately, you got penalised and got wiped out because you were talking to the wrong bot. So thank you, Ramsey, for this board. So yes, 11 of these are official blah 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 64 Nintendo 64 games. 5 of them do not exist. At least not officially. Let's start revealing. We're going to go to Mario Kart 64. Yeah, I think an obvious answer there. 36 getting that one right. Next one, Bomberman 64. Yes, indeed. There are 3 different Bomberman games which are titled some version of Bomberman 64, and the first was released in late 97. Next one to reveal, Donkey Kong 64. Of course, very much DK64 has you explore an island as 5 members of the Kong family and features the infamous DK rap as its opening theme music. Ooh, banana indeed. Next one, Star Fox 64. Very much so. Also known as Lilac Wars in Europe, but in other locations it was known as Star Fox 64. This 3D rail shooter was the first game to utilise the Rumble Pack peripheral, which initially came bundled with the game. Julia Tob now safe. Claire, you were safe earlier. ABME safe. Proogs safe. Next one, Doom 64. Is a correct answer. Well done to 25 of you. Doom 64, seemingly everything can run Doom, including the N64, but Doom 64 is not just a port of the PC Classic, but a true sequel, taking place after the events of Doom 2 and featuring 32 original levels. Topper's not feeling so confident now. Let's have a look. Where are you, Topper? Currently 3 left to give. 6 correct answers still up there. Still all to play for. You're not in overbid territory yet. Unfortunately, I do have to say Drahuska is in overbid territory, though, so that will be a bid of 0, a score of 0 at the end for Drahuska. Next, Pilot Wings 64. I think this was mentioned in one of the games on Discord last night alongside was it the High Q? I think something like that. Pilot Wings 64 is the correct answer. On the console's release date in North America, the only games available were Super Mario 64 and Pilot Wings 64. Europe had a few more options, including Star Wars Shadow of the Empire and Turok Dinosaur Hunter, while the Japan release also had a virtual shogi game. But yeah, Pilot Wings 64, a correct answer. Well done to 18. Haven't hit a wipeout yet? Will this be a wipeout? Excite Bike 64. 15 players believe it a correct answer. Correct it is. In addition to an extensive custom track editor, Excite Bike 64 features a playable emulated version of the original NES Excite Bike. Dev, you're now safe, no more left to give, as well as Shadowmane, Clive and Riswin as well up on the board, up at the top there. Samster also safe, no more left to give. Next one to reveal is Mega Man 64. Also correct answer, yes. This port of Mega Man Legends for the PlayStation was released on the Nintendo 64 in Japan and North America, but was only renamed for the North America release. Correct answer, though. Only still on target for the full sweep. Looping, only one left to give up the top there. Toppy, you're safe. You can breathe and relax. You are safe. No more left to give. The next to reveal is Wipeout 64. I mean, we had to get Wipeout up there because we're playing Wipeout. Obviously, we're not talking about the same game. Wipeout, the sort of the futuristic racing game. Did they have Wipeout 64? They did have Wipeout 64, yes. This is the third entry in the Wipeout series of futuristic anti-grav racing games. It remains the only game of the series ever published on a Nintendo console. Wipeout 64 was a correct answer. Looping, no more left to give. Only still on track. 2 more left to give. We now go to Sim City 64, and only 6 players went for this. We're going to the dredges now. Sim City 64 only believes this is a correct answer. Is it a correct answer? Oh, Oni! Oni, no! There was a SimCity 64 released in Japan only for the 64DD disc drive system, but there was never a cartridge version released in North America or Europe. That is a slight technicality there, but unfortunately, yeah, not quite what we're looking for, so I'm afraid. That is a Wipeout answer. Oh! So close to getting the perfect sweep there, but unfortunately falling foul on SimCity 64 there. Next one, Earthbound 64. 4 players went for this. Earthbound. You'd think, but the sequel to the cult classic SNES game Earthbound languished in development for years before eventually being cancelled in 1999. Production did resume in 2003, and Mother 3 was eventually released in Japan, but for the Game Boy Advance, not the N64, so it completely skipped that console. Totally plausible answer, but unfortunately a Wipeout on this board. Unlucky. Next one, Metroid 64. Again, another plausible choice here. Alas, another Wipeout, though. The only N64 game featuring Samus would in turn to be Super Smash Bros. The next games of the series would be in 2002 with Metroid Fusion and Metroid Prime, those being for Game Boy Advance and GameCube, respectively. So again, completely skipping the N64. Did feature the character in Super Smash Bros., but did not have their own main game on the Nintendo 64, I'm afraid. So another wrong answer. 2 right and 2 wrong left out of these. Wonder what it is. Let's find out. We go to Premier Manager 64. Matt, Oni, and Drahuska thinking this is correct. This is the correct answer. Yes, part of the Premier Manager series, this management simulation was released exclusively in Europe and was released as Premier Manager 99 on PC and PlayStation, but was known as Premier Manager 64 on the console, the N64. Matt's now safe. No more left to give. Next one to reveal, StarCraft 64. Is this the last correct answer up on the board? Tyson's hoping so. And it is! This port of Blizzard's all-time classic real-time strategy game features missing voiceovers, shortened cutscenes, no online functionality, and a feature I'd like to call trying to replace a keyboard and mouse with 9 buttons and a joystick. It does contain all the single-player content of the original game of Brood War, but requires the expansion pack accessory to play all the missions. So that was the last correct answer up on the board. So I'm afraid these last two, Virtua Fighter 64 and Bubsy, are Wipeouts. Hard luck there to Oni, trying to go for the full 11, just falling foul of SimCity. Thank you, Ramsey, for that board, getting yourself an extra 2,000 added to your total, up to 4,100 now. And Lupin, you are currently in the lead now on 7,300 points. Buzzer Dev, 6,400, and then Shannamain and Clive and Riswin tied for third place there with 4,900. Diamond Ninja, you're tied to Whisper to the correct bot this time. This is the last board of this game before we deposit all the doots. So bear that in mind. All these points will be converted to doots at the end of this. And we go to Arden Fets for this final board of this game, which concerns the following. Please state your nickname. Please state your nickname. Let's have a look at the information. Which of the following are US state nicknames that were in common use as of April 2021? So, just to clarify, you're going to see the nicknames of potential states. 11 of them are actual nicknames that are commonly used. 5 of them have been made up. States, to clarify, United States. Let's see the answers. And your 45 seconds starts now. "30 seconds to make your decision. Remember, if you've got points on the line, you need to give me at least a bit of one in the time to preserve it, potentially. 20 seconds. 15. Sheldon going for a massive bid there of 10. 10 seconds left. If you're hearing this, you may as well submit now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All the answers have been accounted for again, so no more rounds of bidding after this. Drahuska is going for a full bid of 11. Sheldon trying to go for a bid of 10, not quite the full 11. Then it's Lupine and Ramsey, Mr. Quizworthing and Riff going for a bid of 8. Interesting, Lupine's going for a bid of 8. And you look at the current live rankings, they're up on top, so that's a big, bold bid to make from Lupine. If any of those are a wipeout, then Lupine will end on 0. So, good luck to you all, and yes, beware of typos. I'm wondering if Dev has possibly typoed here. Westlater and Cartco's Woke Quiz, unfortunately, you didn't give me an answer in the time again. So I'm going to have to wipe you out, although you were already on 0. Unless, indeed, Buzzer Dev, you may have accidentally picked a correct answer in your typo. Let's find out. Let's start revealing. We're going to the Golden State. The Golden State. 30 players went for it. The Golden State of California is the correct answer there. And Riswin, you are conserving your score there. No more left to give. You're going to end on 5,000. Similarly, Colo, you're going to end on 3,200. We now go to the Buckeye State. The Buckeye State of Ohio is the correct answer. Well done to 19 giving me that. Next, the Beaver State of Oregon. 18 players give me a right answer there. Anyone else safe? Tyson was safe earlier. ABME now safe. Gruff now safe. Topper saying, thank God for that. You are now safe. You're ending on 4,300. Next one. The Centennial State or Centennial State of Colorado. Yes, admitted to the Union 100 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed, hence the name. Colorado, the Centennial State, is correct. Next one. The Palmetto State of South Carolina is a correct answer. 15 giving me that answer. Well done. Looping still 3 left to give to conserve to finish their score off here. Buzzer Dev, you need to give me all remaining 6 correct answers, otherwise you are wiping out here. This one. The Volunteer State of Tennessee is a correct answer. 13 giving me the right answer there. Well done. Sheldon still 5 left to give, and there are 5 correct answers left on the board. Anyone else in overbid territory? Drahuska down the bottom, unfortunately, in overbid territory. The only one to be in that situation, though. Next one, the Beehive State of Utah. I think they feature a beehive potentially on their flag, do they? I think so. Anyway, Utah being the correct answer there. 12 giving that answer. Dogging Chum thinking they may have screwed up. Well, we're going to find out, Dogging Chum. You still have 1 left to give. There's still 4 correct answers up here. Looping 1, only 1 left away now from securing your score. Currently on 10,100. If you can give me 1 more correct answer, you're going to be ending on 10,900. We now move on to the Land of Enchantment, which Looping did not give. Dev did, though. Land of Enchantment, also known as New Mexico, is a correct answer. 12 giving me that. Very well played. Dev, still 3 more. Clive, just 1 more. Sheldon, still looking for 3 more for their bid of 10. Ocean State we now go to. The Ocean State of Rhode Island is a correct answer. 11 give me that answer. Looping's still looking for 1. Dev and Sheldon still looking for 2. So is Ramsey and Samster, all looking for 2. Boyd Gems, unfortunately, you are now in overbid territory, so you will be ending on a 0. we go to the Old Dominion. Is this the last correct answer for Lupine and Clive? It is indeed. Of Virginia is a correct answer there. Very well played, Lupine, ending there and also going to be winning outright here. I can say that, it's my show. There's still one correct answer up here. We've not touched any of the wipeouts, though. We go to the tropical state next. Notably, none of the top lot of people that are still looking for answers went for this. The tropical state. Afraid not. Nothing associated to that name at present yet. Maybe close with Florida, maybe in a way, but not officially. So I'm afraid that is the wrong answer. You are wiped out, ending on 0. We now go to the natural state. Now it's a bit of a reversal. Most of those at the top looking for this. Interestingly, Dev not looking for this as their final answer, though. So either Dev is going to get a wipeout potentially, or Sheldon, Ramsey, Samster, Carr, Tipster are wiping out. What's the situation? The natural state of Arkansas, or Arkansas if you want to say it that stupid way, but yes, the natural state of Arkansas was the last correct answer up on the board. So fortunately, Dev, you have given me a wipe out answer in amongst what you've submitted. So you will be wiping out, and all these remaining ones are wipeouts. Let's quickly go over them. The Lobster State, which is the one Dev gave me, and Prug Tononi. The Vineyard State, maybe thinking Martha's Vineyard, but unfortunately not the nickname of a state. The Forest State. And finally, the Dream State. And at the end of that, that should be all the doots deposited. And at the end of that, of those that scored some doots, we go from 34th place. Bluey with 300, Jack with 600, Dogfish 1000, Deuce 1400, Pollister and Ohey 1600, Matt 1700, Aston 1900, Ninja, ZBB blah 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 2100, as well as Connor, ABME and BC 2400, Gruff 2500, Greek B 2700, Tipsy 3000, Cola 3200, Melodnik aka Nicole 3300, Claire 3700, Shapes 3800, Tyson 3900, now cut that out 4000, Natter 4100, Judo Tom and Topper 4300, Milk Like and Car 4400, Riswin and Shannamain 5000, Jay Nelson and Samster 5700, Clive 7000, Ramsey Fox 7700, Party of Me 8600, and Lupine 1 reigning supreme over this game with 10,900 doots. Did we get double doots? Oh, maybe. Maybe I have given you extra doots. Possibly. That might be a little bug that I do not need to press the end board button the second time to make it do the doots. Anyway, I'll look into that. You're getting double doots for free because of my mistake. There you go. You're getting double doots. So yeah, that's Wipeout in a nutshell. A nice quick game of Wipeout nonetheless. Thank you to ABME, Ramsey and Arnavets in order that time for those boards. Greatly appreciated all of those. Triple doots next time. I mean, I could, because I know I could just press the button to submit more doots. But I don't know, maybe. We'll find out. We're going to go to a second game because we've got more games to play. Freaking dootflation, it really is, Ramsey. Very much is. So if you'd like to play the second game of Wipeout, HJPJ is the rune code to enter in. And while you do that, I'm going to quickly modify the lobby so that we get the new questions coming up. There we go. Just give it a moment for the avatars. This version of Twitch Live is a bit laggy. Can you have another N64 without the Japanese game technicalities? Well, there's some Japanese stuff coming up in this second game, I think. Yeah, there is some Japanese stuff coming up in this second game. But no video game stuff that I'm aware. So I'll give you that as a potential warning, maybe. But anyway. We go and say thank you in this game in alphabetical order to... Connor, Car 7th, and Pop Ramen Comedy for submitting boards for this second game. Thank you very much for what we are about to receive. So yeah, it's all happening. I discovered last night that they have in fact installed gigabit fiber up my road, because I noticed they were doing something with cables and such like a couple of weeks ago with a company called Make Happen, and they are working with OpenReach to install new fiber lines, and I figured that they were installing gigabit fiber because that seems to be the current rollout happening around my city, and also with OpenReach that's what they're planning to do. And I checked the BT website last night to see what was available in my area, and I was right. In fact, it is going to be gigabit fiber, although what they are positing is speeds of up to 900 megabit per second, which I think is fair to not promise the full gigabit line, because that's what the full fiber would be, is 1 gigabit, and there'll be some overhead related to that. So yeah, they've got gigabit fiber now up my road, which is going to be interesting. I definitely want to convert over, and I'm definitely going to get it at cheaper than what I'm currently paying for my current contract, because my contract initial term period is over, and I'm paying a ridiculous amount for the current internet I have, and they are offering, I think, the 900 megabit option for like £48 a month, and I'm paying more than that for my 60 megabit connection at the moment. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look into checking in with them on what in getting. I don't know if I get the full gigabit fiber or not. Depends on if I think I can make use of 900 megabit or not. I could probably make use of 300 megabit, maybe, but 900 megabit will be a bit of a stretch. You're paying that for 100 right now. You see, I could probably pay that much for 250 or 300 megabit on Virgin Media, but Virgin Media's upload is completely bonkers. It's as in bonkers as in bad. It's so asymmetric, it's unbelievable. That's the thing. The upload is the important part, Proogs. And at least on the BT website, when they're telling me of the speeds, they are giving me an estimate for the upload rate as well, which is still quite significant on fibre. On, to the copper with Virgin Media, if I was on like the 300 or 500 package from Virgin Media, max upload is maybe 10 megabit, and that's not a guaranteed 10, that's on average 10. When I first started doing my streaming as a regular thing, I was on Virgin Media, and I would just about be able to upload at 3.5 megabits if I did absolutely nothing else upload-wise on my internet connection. Whereas on BT, I can comfortably upload maybe 6 megabit a second if I wanted to, although I'd have literally no point in doing so because I'm uploading at 720p rather than 1080p at the moment. So I still upload at only 3.5 megabit at the moment. But yeah, currently on BT I can do very comfortably a 6 megabit connection for a stream if I wanted to, if I get to that point with being partner or whatever. Then if I get gigabit fiber, then it becomes just that much better, and also the latency reduces slightly as well because it is all speed of light rather than speed of copper. Of course, Proogs, that is very true. Because it's OpenReach, there are going to be quite a few companies that should, in fact, offer it. I did have a look around the other companies that are on the OpenReach system. They're not offering it at the moment, so it might be a weird BT exclusivity thing for the time being. I don't know. But yeah, I'm certainly aware of the fact that being OpenReach means it's that multiple companies like PlusNet as well, EE, although they're kind of tied with BT these days, will all be able to, in theory, provide through that fiber system. Speed of copper depends on if they got the sirens on. Indeed, ho hey. Oh, hello. Unity. Okay. Well, that was something. Yeah, I noticed the background stopped, which was an indication to me that Unity was doing something really weird. Failed to create device file. The process cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. Yeah, I know, Dev. It's the connection box I have for the sort of the keyboard and mouse switch, so that I can switch between PC and Mac relatively easily. Sometimes it flakes out, and it just does that. It just disconnects the devices and brings it back up again. I think that's what just happened then, and Unity wasn't happy with that happening while it was live. I'm hoping the game should run fine, because the game couldn't care less about what my keyboard and mouse says, because the Stream Deck commands are keyboard commands themselves, but it's not through the keyboard, so it should be fine. The issues you had on the first game were a combination of internet speed and playing on mobile now. Okay, yeah. Playing on mobile is going to have an inherent delay just on its own. That is a known thing. And internet speed doesn't help sometimes. Depends on if transcode options are available this evening or not. Are they on offer? They are apparently on offer at the moment, although maybe not on mobile. I don't know. Anyway, I'm waffling for too long enough. I just wanted to mention that I could potentially be getting gigabit fiber soon, which is nice. Nice new tech, finally being brought up into the 21st century, and no longer on this stupid copper cable. Right, are we all ready? I think we are all ready. Good luck to you all, and let me check the numbers again. Are all correct? They are indeed correct. Input string was not in the correct format. Is someone trying to whisper? Is someone trying to whisper? No, someone's trying to emote. Oh, someone's trying to emote and it's doing things. Anyway. Paul Daniels, take it away.
Let's play Wipeout.
We stop the waffle. Let's get straight into this game. And the reason I said that there's Japanese in this game is because it's coming first. Wait, wasn't I human before? But waffles, I know waffles. I mean, waffles are lovely, but you know. I did say we would try and get through 4 games this evening, so I don't want to waffle too much. Well, I wasn't human before. Board information, please. We all love isekai, right? List below 16 animals, creatures, and objects, 11 of which are featured in a real isekai manga with a protagonist or co-protagonist which was changed or reincarnated into. Can you separate the isekai from the isekant? What the fuck is isekai? I'm giving you a description now. An isekai is a genre of light novels or manga or anime that revolve around a person who is transported to and has to survive into another world, be it a fantasy world, virtual world, or parallel universe, etc., that kind of thing. So you're going to be, they are transported in some way to another world or some other being, some other creature, some other object, something along those lines. You're going to see 16 things. 11 of them are in real isekai mangas as based on information from myanimelist.net. 5 of them are not. Good luck to you out there that have probably next to no interest in isekai. Here are your 16 answers, and your 45 seconds of random guessing starts now. You need to give me at least a bit of one. Otherwise, you'll get a wipeout to your name at the very, as a guarantee. "20 seconds to make your mind up on this board. Jerusalem and Greek B are going for a Hail Mary 11 here. "10 seconds, get yourself in if you're not already in. And that is time. All answers have been accounted for. I know that a lot of people here are literally just going to be random picking. I would be in that category as well. I do not know of pretty much any isekai directly. So I would be randomly picking on this board, especially knowing how backwards Japanese media can be. Let's put it that way. But 4 players are going for a Hail Mary in total. Connor, Druska, Azta, and Greek B, all trying a chance for a full bit of 11. I wish you good luck. Unfortunately, there was one. Reggie and 16 didn't give me an answer, so I do have to give you a wipeout to your name. So, good luck to you all. There's a reason I put this as board number 1 as well. Just so that we can get this random pick out of the way first. First answer to reveal is a dragon. Hey, we're off to a good start there. Dragon is correct. 28, give me that. As an example, Tensei Shitara Dragon no Tamago Data. There you go. Next one. Kitsune. I knew that was going to trip a lot of people up, although it is such a wonderful word. And it's like there's the fox spirit kitsune. The closest you can find is Isekai ni Kichata Kedo Kenichi Izuku, which has a protagonist surname being Kitsune, but not listed on MAL. So I'm afraid that's a wrong answer. And we're off to a great start. So a lot of people wiping out suit really early there, falling for the Kitsune trap, I'm afraid. Next one, vending machine. Apparently correct. Yes, Jido hanbaiki ni umare kawata ore wa mekyu wo samyo. Vending machine is the correct answer. Next one, panties. A lot of people trying to go down that category of weird Japanese media. Unfortunately, not that weird. Closest you can get is a web novel called Panties Reincarnation. I'm a pair of panties, so what? But they're a diaper, not panties. An izakaya about becoming a diaper. Yeah, okay, moving on. Slime. Yes, slime is a correct answer. Tensei Shitara Slime Dataken. Sword. Yes, Tensei Shitara Ken Deshita. It's sword. That's the correct answer. Next one. Werewolf. That is the correct answer, yes. Jinro Ino Tensei Mao no Fukukan Shido Hen. These words mean nothing to me, really. Well, some of them do. Natty is safe. No more left to give. Next one. Lion. Oh, no. Closest is S-rank monster, not behemoth, Dakidor, Neko, to Machi ga warete, elf, musume, no pet, toshite, kurashitemasu. Why do they have such stupidly long titles of things? That is listed as a house cat or behemoth, not a lion, I'm afraid. Jesus, car. Yeah. Next one to reveal. Spider. That's the correct answer, yes. Kumo desu ka nanika? Yes. Spider is the correct answer there. Shadowway is looking for 3 more correct answers. Next one. Ant. Closest is Manhua Slayer Draman Ant, but not listed on the MAL, I'm afraid. So there's only 1 wipeout left to reveal. What about deck? I know, Pop Rum Comedy, I know. Only 1 wipeout left to reveal and 5 correct. Okay. Next one to reveal is Polar Bear. That's the correct answer. Shidakuma Tensei Mori no Shugoshin Nikat ni Nata zo Densetsu. It's Polar Bear. Western 80, you're safe. Next to reveal. Vampire. It is a correct answer, but it means nothing because you've all got wipeouts. Next one. Magic Wand. Is a correct answer. Does matter to Shadowmane for this one. Isekai de Saiko no Tsu ni Tensei shita ore ga iya garu shouju wo muriyari maho shoujo ni pi suru. Again, why so long? Shadowmane, you're looking for 1 more correct answer to preserve that score. We go to an onsen. I mean, it's a classic location for many an anime. Onsen. It's the correct answer. Yes, Isekai onsen ni tensei shita ore no kun no ga tondemo sugiru. Shadowmane, you are through with your bid, ending on 3,600 on this board. Clive is still looking for 1 more correct answer to preserve their score and make it 600. Can they find the final correct answer? They're not looking for Griffin. Only people in the wipeout zone looking for Griffin. And that was the last wipeout. So that does mean Elf is the correct answer. Guild no cheat no uketsu kiju. There you go, as Elf. There's an example there. So, at the end of that board, 13 players have a non-zero score, and Shadowmane is currently in the lead with 3,600 points. Carr getting an author bonus of 2,000, Nata with 1,000, Clive with 600 with Westernator, Maxio with 300, and then Matt, Ninja, Colo, Jack, Oni, Cuckwiz, and Deuce just going for the random 1 in 16 pick, or I guess 11 in 16 pick, and they went well. And they're ending 100 points. Where's the get at one? Well, we are making a complete turnabout here. We're going to somewhere completely different other than Japan for board number 2. Thank you, Connor, for this board. So you're going to get the author bonus here. Board number 2 is, and that is my final answer. Bong. So hopefully this is a little more of a home category for a lot of you. Let's see the info. Hang on, I thought this was Wipeout, not Millionaire. Anyway, so many versions, so many lifelines. Which 11 of these are actual lifelines that have been used in the many formats of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The correct answers are official lifelines that have appeared in any televised version of Millionaire, according to the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire wiki from fandom.com. The incorrect answers are either from other TV quizzes or they are ones that he's made up entirely. We are not including the OG favourites, but 11 of these will be correct. Now, we'll clarify, the ones we're looking for are official lifelines, as in they are picked by the player or associated players to enact on a particular question. We're not talking about any scenarios where production team have jumped in and changed the rules or something like that. We're looking for official lifelines only. 11 are, 5 are not. Here are your answers. And your 45 seconds starts now. Less than 20 seconds to get your answers in. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Oh, not all the answers, but enough to say that we are done with this board, though. 15 answers were picked from the board. Axe the Bash needs to be there. Unfortunately, Regian, I don't know if you've disappeared or something, but I do have to give you a wipeout just ceremonially. Just ceremonially. There we go. Let's put you into live ranking mode. Drahuska go for 11. Party Meat going for a bid of 10 out of what is up on the board. So, let's start going through them. First one to reveal is Double Dip. Yes, 36 players give me a correct answer there for Double Dip. Is allows the contestant to take a second guess on a question if their first guess was wrong. As Score Count has certainly mentioned a couple of times, maybe, in relation to Burden's version of Millionaire. I don't know. It's just one of those words that sort of springs to mind. Next to reveal, Ask the Expert. Yes, first seen on the US's 10th anniversary specials, is essentially a variation of another lifeline that is up here, but is not timed. Next one. The one we were just talking about. Three Wise Men. That was the original version. This one was as seen in Super Millionaire, which allowed the contestant to consult a panel of 3 people on what they think the answer is within a 30-second time period. That's the correct answer. Next one. Jump the question. Yes, as seen in the shuffle format, allows the contestant to skip the question but forfeit the money on said question. Yes, from shuffle format. Jump the question is a correct answer. Next, +1. That is a correct answer. Yes, first also seen in the shuffle format, essentially an untimed phone a friend that allows the contestant guest to come up on stage to discuss and help with the current question. That is your +1. Milk Like No More Left to Give, as well as BC Shapes and Maxio, amongst possibly a couple others that I've not seen. Next one, Flip. Also known as switch the question in other locations as well. It will remove the current question from play and replace it with a new question of similar difficulty. Flip is correct. Well done to 21 giving me that answer. Puzzle Dan now safe, as well as Paulister. Pass. Yes, there was a lifeline where you could just pass, which is exclusive to the hot seat format, which allows the current contestant to pass the question over to the next contestant in the hot seat queue. Deuce now out, no more left to give, as well as Sportsy. Next to reveal is the Crystal Ball. That's Crystal Maze, isn't it? Crystal Ball. No, Crystal Ball also there. Only seen in the Halloween specials of the shuffle format. It allowed the contestant to see what the value of the question is during the shuffle round. Yes, Crystal Ball was a lifeline. Clive, no more left to give, and as well as Topper, no more left to give, and Oni and Lupine as well. Next one. Audience answer. Sheldon's hoping this is audience answer. Now, the official one we're looking for was ask the audience. That's different, but audience answer is sort of alluding to maybe trust the mob, where it locks in the answer from the audience. Such a thing does not exist in a variant in Millionaire, according to this. Yeah, there is no trust the audience as it currently stands, yet to be used in Millionaire. Possibly in others, but not in Millionaire at present. That was a mistype, was it, Sheldon? Fair enough. Because I thought you were doing go for a good bid there, but unfortunately that one there was a wipeout. We go to a second chance. Now this is why I was very specific in what I said before I unlocked the board, because second chance... It's not an official lifeline, but it was invoked by the production team because of things that happened during the 2020 US Revival episode when the producer decided to go back on a final answer, but not an official lifeline. So yeah, not an official lifeline. It was when the production team stepped in to do something. Second chance, I guess you sort of maybe thinking of Double Dip. Double Dip is the official title of it, not second chance. Maybe mistranslation over in different territories might become second chance, but I'm afraid not what we're looking for here. 3 right and 3 wrong left. Next one we're looking for is Code Red. This sounds very different to a lot of the lifelines that are up here. Code Red? Yes, that does exist. Yes, this is exclusive to the Indian versions. It essentially has the same function as the Overrule button from Tenable, but can only be used by the contestant's guest or guests once per game. So yes, as Chris exactly says, it is like the Overrule in Tenable. Code Red in the Indian version of Millionaire. Jack Wilfred, Carr, and Cart Quiz. No more left to give, as well as Tipster and Claire. Next one to reveal is Extra Help. Yes, it is also true. Only seen during the college weeks between 2015 and 2019, but is essentially another variant of +1, but it's called Extra Help. Another correct answer. Carlo and Dev, no more left to give. Diamond Ninja and Knack at the tout, no more left to give. Just one correct answer left out of these 4. And I think I could probably figure out which one it is out of the 4. We now go to Host Hint. Now, it's fairly well known that in the earlier series of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that Chris Tarrant would have, during the sort of the opening 5 question phase, would have the answer revealed on the screen before the final answer would happen, because they kind of wanted to get players to at least get to the 1,000 and get into actual money. But was it an official lifeline? No. I'm afraid not. It's not an official lifeline, I'm afraid. Ask the Host is the official title that you may be thinking of, not Host Help, I'm afraid. Or Host Hint, should I say. Host Hint is not the correct answer. It is Ask the Host. Much like Ask the Audience, in a similar kind of vein. Or Ask Discord, or Ask the Bash, that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, there's also that Eddie on the Aussie version as well, does have that kind of sort of leading them to the answer kind of thing. Okay. Next one to reveal is Revive. Revive. Proog's hoping this is correct. Is it the last correct answer up on the board? It is, yes, known as Power Paplu and exclusive to the Hindi English version. And this lifeline allows a contestant to revive a previously used lifeline once per game. So, yeah, allows it's a lifeline in itself that allows you to bring back to life a previous lifeline that you've used. I mean, there are a couple of other people that did pick that, but previously the only one not in wipeout territory that gave me that answer. So you're now safe with that answer. So it does mean these last two, Ask Discord and Ask the Bash, I'm afraid are wrong answers. And one of them, someone picked. Shadowmane, which one did you pick? You picked mine! Oh, it was a typo. You meant to put 13, accidentally put 12. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky with that one there, Shadowmane. Yeah, fair enough. At the end of that board, we currently have 27 players with a non-zero score, and Clive is currently in the lead on 4,200, followed by Jack Wilford on 3,700 and Carr on 3,500. Yeah, you've got to watch out those typos. Oh, and Clive's never been in the first position. This is gonna. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it, Clive? It's a lot of pressure. Well, we go to the final board of this game, and we thank Pop Rum Comedy for this board. Board number 3 concerns the following. This question gets a poor reception. Gets a poor reception. Let's have a look at the info. Which of these songs have appeared most frequently on Couples' banned wedding song lists? So, in 2017, 538 surveyed wedding DJs to get the songs newlyweds banned the most from their reception playlists. I can tell you, just for free, that the Chicken Dance appeared the most on 23.1% of ban lists. 11 of the next 20 on that list are on the board. 11 of the next 16, you see, should I say, are on that list on the board, all appearing at least 3% of the ban lists. 11 do a feature, 5 of them have been made up and do not feature in that top 20 list. So, if you're all ready, just make certain to be aware that we're looking for the ones that have featured the most on Couples' banned wedding song list. So the ones they do not want to hear on their wedding day. Here can be 16 answers. And your 45 seconds starts now. And yes, it is US-centric. 538 is a US site. I forgot to mention that. So yes, they did interview or a survey US DJs. $15 seconds to get your answers in. You need to give me at least a bit of one to preserve any score. You've got 10 seconds. If you're hearing this, you may as well submit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. And all answers have been accounted for again. Shadowmane trying to go for the full hurrah. Trying to claw back up the leaderboard after that typo. Drahuska still go for a full hurrah. Sheldon's going for a bid of 10. Also very bold bidding here. So let's put you into live ranking mode. Clive only went for a bid of 3. Jack Wilford is just going for a bid of 1 to try and preserve those doots. Car's going for 6. Quite a bold bid at the top there. Reggie, unfortunately, yet you must be disappearing somewhere, so let me give you another wipeout for the road. So let's start going through them. We're going to the Cha Cha Slide by DJ Casper. Unsurprisingly, this was the second on the list of from 538. Yes, the second most frequently banned song on for a wedding. 28, give me a right answer there. Next one, YMCA by the Village People. Yes, 5th on the list. And we go to Cotton Eye Joe by Rednecks. Yes, tied in 13th place, which is an overall 9-way tie. I'm not going to mention names just yet, but we've got that one. Certainly is tied 13th with 9 ways. Clive, no more left to give, and you're done. You're safe with 4,800. Just enough, I think. Jack, still 1 left to give. Carl, still 5 left to give. We go to the Macarena by Los Del Rio. Absolutely correct, yes. Does feature on the list. Next one. We Are Family by Sister Sledge. Is a correct answer, surprisingly. I think it's just one of those that gets overplayed, that people just grow tired of it, and that's why it's on these lists. It's a nice track, that one, I would say. Certainly to have a family get together for a wedding. You know, we are family. Makes sense. Next one. Love Shack by the B-52s. That is correct answer, yes. Dev, still 3 left to give. Car, 3 left to give. Colo, 1 left to give. Tipster, 2 left to give. Oni, you are safe. Next one, we're looking at Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Yeah, indeed, that is the correct answer. Thank you, Jack. Just in time with my bams as well. 15 giving me the right answer there. Next one. Cupid Shuffle by Cupid. Also correct answer, yes. That does feature. Oh no, Sheldon, you're in overbid. Let's have a look. Where are you? Oh no, you are. 4 left to give and only 3 correct up on the board, so that is overbid, as well as Shadowmane in overbid territory. So you will be ending on a 0, I'm afraid. Unlucky. We'll find out what your overbid answer was in a moment. Next answer we're revealing is Electric Boogie, Electric Slide by Marsha Griffiths. Yes, that is 6th place on the list. 2 more correct answers and 5 wipeouts still up there. We now go to In the Club by 50 Cent. Now that's your surprise there. That does not feature in that top 20 list, I'm afraid. Does not feature on that list. Next one, I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas. Got a Feeling for the wipeout, I'm afraid. Another wrong answer, does not feature in the top 20. Next one, Shout by the Isley Brothers. Or Isley Brothers, however you would like to say it. That does feature, yes, indeed. 1 more correct and 3 wipeouts. We're looking to The Last Dance by Donna Summer. Now, I can understand that because you normally would have a first dance at a wedding, not a last dance. That seems to be, you know, why would you do that? But it doesn't feature, which is quite surprising. It doesn't feature in the top 20, despite that. Dev, 2 more left to give. Unfortunately, only 1 correct answer. That is overbid territory. Okay, let's reveal those final answers then. We're going to Dancing Queen by ABBA. It is often overplayed. Is this the last one that is featured on this top 20 list? It is indeed, yes. Where are you? Tied for 13th place in that 9-way tie. So it does mean these last 2 are wipeout answers. In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel is a wrong answer. And I Want to Dance with Somebody is an absolute banger, so who would ever ban that? Yes, it might be overplayed, but damn, is it a good song still. So the end of that. The end of the game. 27 players with a non-zero score in ascending order. They are Gruff and Matt on 300, ABB on 600, Melodic and Bluey on 1,000, Diamond Ninja 1,100, Mystic Worthing, Dogging Chum, Jay Nelson, Westernator on 1,500, adds to 1,800, Jers 2,100, Collar 2,300, It's Sportsy 2,400. Now cut that out, 2,500, Greek B 2,800, as well as Ninja Z, Cargo's Workers on 3,000, Topper 1 and Only 3,100, Milk Like 3,600, Jack Wilfred 3,800, Deuceman and Colo 4,400, Clive 4,800, doing well at the top there, but unfortunately you were pipped there by Tipster on 4,900 and Car the 7th with 5,600 doots. And that should have already doled the doots out at the end of that board, so I'm not going to hit the button again. So those were for single doots rather than double doots this time. And that is the end of that board and the end of that game. But we do have 2 more games, and I'm aware that we're currently at 9:15. So I'm going to speed it up slightly. I'll speed the lobby up slightly. I think that's what dragged us down that time, is my waffle about internet speeds. It's not the double money round indeed. So let's get ourselves ready for game number 3. And we'll have the lobby open for a very short time this time. We'll go for 2 minutes. Speed through a talk about internet waffles. I don't think you can have internet waffles, can you? You can have internet cookies. But not internet waffles. I'm not good for just a minute. I'm not that good. Actually read the question for ARTQ. Very good. Let's clear that up like that. You can get waffles on Just Eat. That count. Oh, I suppose you could. That's very true. Yeah, there's You can. That's true. Rufflecopter or Wafflecopter? I would definitely like to have a helicopter of waffles. Yeah, a Wafflecopter would be better for me. Internet waffles like TCPI Pop-Tarts. Oh my god. Oh my god. These puns, they're off the charts. They are off the charts. Right, 1 minute to get into this, and then we'll start this game up. We'd like to say thank you to the following people in alphabetical order for the boards in Game 3. And they are Adster, Ramsey, and Top 1 Gaming. Thank you very much for the boards we're about to receive in game number 3. So yes, we are receiving Ramsey's second board this evening. And I've just noticed a mistake that I've done. We're going to be receiving another Ramsey board in the final game as well. I completely forgot that I've put 3 Ramseys in this stream. Clearly, I missed that off, but there you go. What can you do, eh? Just get triple representation. I mean, I might have done that, Ramsey, although that meant you either just sit out or you get a flat rate of 6,000 at the end. 3 Ramseys pays 10 to 1, does it? I didn't realise that. 20 seconds. 20 seconds to get into this game. As in alphabetical order, Adster, Ramsey, and Top 1 Gaming feature in this particular game. Indeed, Topper. Well, you host the sort of the OG version of Wipeout on Discord, and I appreciate you lending your writing for that over here on my multiplayer version of Wipeout instead. You'll happily have 3 of your boards as well as there's quite a few from you, Adster. That is very true. There's a few from quite a few of you. Anyway, let's get this game underway. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, Paul.
Let's play Wipeout.
Hey, there you go. So we go straight into board number 1 of this third game, and that board concerns the following. That's the way. Aha! Aha! I like it. Aha! Aha! I don't think I'm getting the emphasis right. Let's have a look at the information. Which of these songs have brackets in the titles of their song? So to clarify, 11 of these songs have part of their song title in brackets. For example, Everything I Do It For You, there are brackets around the Everything I Do. And this is according to the official charts company in their track listings. So 11 of the, you'll see 16 that do have brackets in them, but only 11 of them are true to their actual titles. 5 of them, the brackets have been placed erroneously and should not feature there, and those are the wipeouts. So 11 should have brackets in, 5 do not. Here are your answers, and your 45 seconds starts now. And thank you, Adster, for this board. $20 seconds to get an answer in. Now 15. 10 seconds if you're hearing this, you may as well submit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is time. All answers have been accounted for once again. Jay Nelson, unfortunately, not getting an answer in time. So I had to give you a ceremonial wipeout for the road. Drahuska, again, trying to go for a Hail Mary 11. Then it's Shadowmane with 8 and Riff Raccoon with 7. Let's see how well you do. Let's start revealing some answers. And we are jumping to I Do Anything for Love, but I won't do that. Yes, 36 giving me that correct answer. Yes is a correct answer. Next one. You Spin Me Round Like a Record. 32 is correct. Yes, that's another correct answer. Topper, no more left to give, as well as Car. No more left to give. Next one. The Shoop Shoop song, It's in Its Kiss. 20 giving me the answer, and it is a correct answer. Next. You Got It, The Right Stuff. 17 giving me that is also a correct answer. Haven't touched the wipeouts yet. We keep going. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. is another correct answer. 16 giving me that as an answer is good. Ramsey, safe, no more left to give. Puzzle Down and Party Me, also safe. And Oh Hey, and Tipster, and Melodnik. Next one. 3 a.m. Eternal. I'm afraid not. No, there is no bracket in the title of that track. It does read 3 a.m. Eternal, no parentheses, no brackets. So that, I'm afraid, is a wipeout. Next one. No More Tears. Enough is enough. 9 giving me that answer is correct. It's Sports Team Pauliston, no more left to give. Next one. Young Guns, Go For It. 8 giving me that is a correct answer. Only now safe, no more left to give, as well as AB Me. 4 and 4 left on the board. We now go to There Must Be an Angel, Playing With My Heart. Is a correct answer. Another one there. Very good. Now cut that out, no more left to give. Great B as well, no more left to give. Next to reveal. 7 players gave me this. You Keep Me Hanging On. It's a great track, but unfortunately does not feature any parentheses or brackets in its title. It is just You Keep Me Hanging On, all in one go. That's another wipeout, I'm afraid. So to those 7 that gave me that, it is a wrong one. And you're going to be ending this board on a 0. 3 right and 3 wrong left to reveal. Next we're revealing is Love's Got a Hold on My Heart. I'm afraid another wipeout answer there just reads straight without any parentheses. Next to reveal, Stand Up for Your Love Rights. And another one that just reads straight without any parentheses or brackets. Only 1 wipeout left, not touched, and 3 correct answers. What's we got to reveal? We're going to I'll Be Loving You Forever. Natter is looking for this to be correct to preserve their score. And it is correct, and they do preserve their 1,000 going into the next board. Next one. Every Day, I Love You More. Proogs is hoping to get this right to preserve their score through to the next board. And it is correct. Proogs will go through to the next board with 1,000. Only 1 correct out of these 2. I've got a little something for you. That is DJ87, hoping this is correct to preserve their score. Shapes did not go for this, though. So Shapes is hoping We Want the Same Thing is the final correct answer to preserve their score. Unfortunately, I can't do both of you give me a correct answer. That would be impossible. That's a different show. DJ, unfortunately, hitting the wrong answer there. That one does read without any parentheses, which means Shapes' answer, We Want the Same Thing, is the correct answer. They wanted the same thing. Unfortunately, they both could not have the same thing. Only Shapes could have it correct, and correct it was. So at the end of that board, 28 players with non-zero score adds to getting their author bonus of 2,000, brings them up into second place. Now cut that out, currently in the lead on 2,100. But it's all to play for as we go into board number 2. We've had a distinct lack of sports, it must be said, this evening, so let's rectify that with board number 2. But how would they even hold the ball? How would they even hold the ball? Let's have a look at the info. Which of these animals are the name of the sports team of one or more NCAA Division 1 universities? So, for clarification, the team names in question refer to the official name, according to ESPN, of the men's sports teams of the 357 colleges and universities that compete in NCAA Division 1, which is the highest level of intercollegiate athletics in the US for 2020 to 2021 season. Importantly, the full team names may also include other words, such as colour and or another adjective, such as fighting. But we're just looking at the animals that feature in the titles. So 11 of these do have the animal in a title of one of the teams of the NCAA Division 1 universities list. 5 of them do not feature. So here could be 16 answers, and your 45 seconds starts now. Yes, athletics teams that mention an animal in their title. 20 seconds to get an answer in. You need to give me at least a bit of one to preserve your score. Do you go for the obvious? Do you go for a Hail Mary? Entirely up to you. 10 seconds left to make your mind up, though. Give me an answer if you're hearing this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all the time we have for that one. And all answers were accounted for once again. Unfortunately, Cart Quizzer J. Nelson did not give me an answer in time. So I have to wipe you all out. And yes, indeed, they are all animals, Topper. But only 11 of these actually feature in the title of one of those 357 college and university teams. So let's rearrange you into live ranking mode. DJ Drahuska trying to go for a full bid of 11. Riff going for a bid of 10. Let's see how that plays out. So the first answer we're going to reveal is the Tigers. 31 players believing there's got to be at least one team that has Tigers in the name. In fact, there are 12 that include the Tiger in their name, just behind some others that I'm not going to mention, although are they on this board? They're not on this board, so I can mention them. So just behind Eagles and Bulldogs at 15 for the most common Division 1 team name. Tigers was a good answer. Next one. Bears. Again, feels very plausible that there would be at least one team, maybe multiple team, that has Bears in there. Yes, 9 different school teams are named the Bears, including the Ivy League University in Rhode Island. The pleasingly succinct Brown Bears. That is quite succinct, I like that. Next one. Lions. Similarly, tigers and bears. Another ferocious animal. Lions? Yeah, another correct answer, yes. There are either 5 or 6 called the Lions, depending on if you include the Penn State Nittany Lions, which are named after the now extinct Eastern Mountain Lions that lived around Mount Nittany. So yeah, 5 or 6, depending on how you count it, all called Lions. Next one. Wolverines. Another correct answer. University of Michigan and Utah Valley University Wolverines. The University of Michigan football stadium, nicknamed the Big House, is the world's 3rd largest stadium with an official capacity of over 107,000. It's sportsy, no more left to give. You are safe. Next one we'll reveal. Oh, Jersey's also safe as well. Next one we're going to reveal is the Beavers. 18 giving me that is a correct answer. Yes, Oregon State University Beavers. The beaver is the state of Oregon's official animal, and use of the name with the school stuck after the school's yearbook was renamed the Beaver in 1916. Western 8 are now safe, no more left to give, as well as Sheldon and its Otley, and Pyro Pygmy and Ninja. Next one. Gophers. Also correct answer, yes. University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. Minnesota's football coach Clarence Spears named the team the Gophers back in 1926. Next one. Roadrunners. Also correct. I think that's quite apt, being in the athletics team. Roadrunners is correct. University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners, in fact. According to the UTSA website, their mascot, Rowdy the Roadrunner, won the 1983 World Series of Poker and was cast as ABC's The Bachelor in 2011. Paulister, no more left to give. Very well played. We keep going. Anyone in the overbid territory? Unfortunately, Cetra and Shadowmane and Boy Gems and Tyson fitting that bill presently. We go to the Antelopes. Another correct answer, yes. University of California Irvine Anteaters. In 1965, the UC Irvine students voted for the Anteaters, the campaign for which was allegedly inspired by the Anteater character in the Johnny Hart comic strip BC. Next one to reveal the Cobras. Oh, that's the trick one there. You may be thinking of the Rattlers. Florida A&M Rattlers are the only snake-based team name in Division 1 athletics, not the Cobras. Maybe where you made a mistake there. So unfortunately, if you gave me that answer, there is a wipeout, and you're ending this board on a 0. Oh, did I read wrong a different name? Did I? Well, there you go. I may have just spoiled one for you. Sorry. I may have just spoiled one for you. My bad. Yeah, the correct answers. We'll see where we get there. There's just a lot of text here. Anyway, we're going to Foxes. Foxes does exist, yes. Marist College Red Foxes. Until the 1970s, the Marist Fox was always pictured wearing a sailor's hat. In 2017, Marist changed the name of their Fox mascot from Shooter to Frankie. Frankie the Fox. I like that. Next one to reveal is Armadillo. Armadillo. Afraid not, no. The mascot of rival Belton Middle School in the animated sitcom King of the Hill, as well as the Texas from Texas State University in the film Necessary Roughness, but not the team name of any Division 1 colleges, I'm afraid. So that was a wipeout. Next one. Salamanders. Another wrong answer. Liberty City has a women's basketball team named the Salamanders in Grand Theft Auto 4, but there is no such team in NCAA Division 1, I'm afraid. 2 right, 2 wrong left of the board. Lupine and Prug still hoping for one more correct answer. Will this be it? It's hoping for Lupine here. Anteaters. Well, I did kind of spoil it. Yes, Anteaters is correct. And here's your description for antelopes for earlier. Antelopes, Grand Canyon University antelopes. In 1981, an antelope costumed mascot was first used for DCU, replacing the previous sideline mascot, a purple blob known as the Purple People Eater. So there you go. There's your factoid. Completes everything up for you. Just the wrong way round. Lupine, you are safe. No more left to give. Just ruins the tension for you, I suppose. Next one we're going to reveal is crabs, which Proogs is hoping is the final correct answer up on the board. If it is, then they are safe with 2,500. If not, then they will wipe out. Crabs. There are some aquatic team names in Division 1, such as dolphins and sharks, but no crustacea among them, I'm afraid. So no crabs, I'm afraid. No one wants any crabs. You should avoid the crabs. So, Proogs, that is a wipeout for you, I'm afraid. No more to give and wiping out. 1 right and 1 wrong left of the board between the elephants and the camels. Which shall it be? Which shall we be cheering for? Well, we are cheering for the camels. Only for people... I mean, they're only in the wipeout zone anyway, so it doesn't matter either way. Camels, are you the last correct answer? Camels is the correct answer. Campbell University Fighting Camels. Their current mascot, Gaylord the Camel, made his first appearance in 1934 and can often be found riding around campus on a tricycle. And the last answer there, elephants, I'm afraid, is the wrong answer. Their current mascot, go back to the camels, their current mascot, Gaylord the Camel. That's just the name. That's just the name. That's all I can say. And for elephants, though the University of Alabama often features elephants in their logos and uses an elephant costume mascot, their team name is the Crimson Tide and has never been known by the elephants, I'm afraid. This is copyright infringement. We'll take it up with the NCAA. Thank you for that board, Ramsey. We were severely deficient of sports this evening, and you've wonderfully filled that gap. Thank you for the 2,000. There's your 2,000 author bonus there, bringing you up into second place. Lupine 1 in the lead on 3,800. Now cut that out in third place with 2,200. And there are currently 32 people with a non-zero score. But that could all change as we go to our final board this game, which is from Topper 1. I think Topper knows what's coming up. Board number 3. Fibonacci this coming. Fibonacci this coming. Let's see the info. So after 0, 1, 1 and 2, what are the next 11 Fibonacci numbers in the Fibonacci sequence? According to the mathematician Fibonacci. So you're going to see 16 answers, 11 of which do feature as Fibonacci numbers in the Fibonacci sequence. 5 do not. Simple as. Simple as. Here can be 16 answers. And your 45 seconds starts now. Like I say, according to the mathematician Fibonacci, 11 of these feature in the Fibonacci sequence, 5 do not. Everything I said was true. If you don't know, you have to guess. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time, and all 16 answers were accounted for, so no more bidding will be required. Thank you, Topper, for this wonderful troll swerve. Because I think a lot of people here in the community would be able to do this. I think we have previously had Fibonacci sequence numbers on a board, but they've always been like stratospheric numbers. And there were a couple of people that were able to do that very well. Now, obviously, we've got this. We're starting with lower numbers, but they're all Italian. So how's your Italian? Can you work out what these numbers are? Maybe if you don't know any Italian, can you work out what these numbers are just from relationships alongside? Fortunately, Jers Triple, Cargo's Work Quiz, and Jay Nelson, and Riff Raccoon, you didn't give me an answer. Hey, it's not me. Go and point fingers over at Topper for writing the board. But thank you for the 100 bits, Nicole. Greatly appreciated. Are they all at least correct Italian? Well, I put them through Google Translate to confirm the pronunciations of them, and there was only one there where the spelling looked a bit dodged, but I did correct it. I think it's come through correctly. Yeah, it looks like it has come through correctly. So, let's wipe out those, unfortunately, that didn't give me an answer. Oh, you were calculating the optimal strategy for getting completely random. Fair enough. Just didn't answer in time, despite that. Right, let's go into live ranking mode. We've got someone going for a bit 11. Drahuska's trying to go for a bit 11. I've had to write down pronunciation guides for these because I don't really know Italian, so bear with me on some of these. Let's start revealing. We're going to start with tre, which is 3. Tre is 3. That is a correct answer. Next one. Cinque. Cinque is also a correct answer. Westernator getting that one right, and Connor also getting that one right. Cinque is 5. Maybe if you know French, cinq, it has a similar derivation. Next one. This one is otto. Otto, which is 8. Yeah, like octagon has the similar derivation. 8. Otto, 8. Another correct answer. Now cut that out. Safe, no more left to give, as well as milk. Next one. This one is tre dici. Tre dici is 13. Another correct answer. 17 players getting it right. Next one. Ventuno. Ventuno is 21. Another correct answer. We are sort of going in Fibonacci order, I'm noticing. But maybe it's going to start breaking up from this point onwards. Next one. Let's go for that one, which is 34. 34 is 34. Again, we're continuing with the Fibonacci sequence here. 34, another correct answer. Next one. Oh, this one. That one. Due a 195. Due a 195. Probably going a bit too bold there. 295 is what that translates to. But unfortunately, that does not feature in the Fibonacci sequence, so that is a wrong answer. 295 is what that translates to, not 205. I'm afraid that's a wipeout. 5 right and 4 wrong left on the board. Next one to reveal is 377. 377. Yes, 377, says Paulister, and 377 is indeed the translation and does feature in the Fibonacci sequence. And I can tell you, that was the highest number up on the board as well, and was a correct answer. Very well played if you gave me that answer. Now we're really plumbing the depths. 4 right and 4 wrong left to reveal. Are we going to be starting to see quite a few wipeouts? I don't know. Let's keep going. We're going to Dodici. Dodici, the next one to reveal. And maybe that was a trap there. That is 12, but that does not feature in the Fibonacci sequence, I'm afraid. You're looking for 13. That does. 12 does not. Next one to reveal. That one. 144. 144. 144 and others feature. Unfortunately, means nothing to the live players. Only Wipeout players giving me that. Was a correct answer, though. 3 right and 3 wrong left to reveal. We're going to cinquantacinque. Cinquantacinque. Which is 55, and is a correct answer. And Lupine, that is enough to secure their final position with 5,300, and also enough for Boy Gems to secure 1,000 doots. 2 right and 3 wrong left on the board now. And we go to Ottantanove. Ottantanove. Which is 89. 89 is the answer we're looking for there, and is on the Fibonacci sequence. Jogging Chum and Bluey, now safe, no more left to give. There's only one correct answer out of these 4 left. I mean, I know I am DJ because I don't really know Italian, so that's why I am murdering it like hell. We're going to Sette. Sette. It's Otley is hoping this is the final correct answer. Does it feature in the Fibonacci? It does not. It translates to 7. The closest you're thinking of that does feature is 8, which is, as we said earlier, otto. Next one to reveal is centotantoto. Toto. Centotantoto. Centotantoto. Something like that. Is a wrong answer. 188 is what we're looking for there. Not 108, 188. Does not feature in Fibonacci, so that is a Wipeout answer, but you're in the Wipeout zone anyway, so it didn't really matter. So there's only one correct answer out of these 2. It's Sportsy. Have you picked the final correct answer, or will you be wiping out? We are looking at Cises Antanove. Cises Antanove. People in chat thinking nice. Is this nice? As in, it features in Fibonacci, or is this nice because it's 69 and doesn't? It is nice, but unfortunately does not feature in Fibonacci, which means, Sportsy, you did manage to decipher the final one, which is duecentotrentatré, which is 233. And I apologise to all the Italians that are currently watching for the butchering of the pronunciation. I tried my best, though, with the pronunciation guide I wrote down. But there you go. And thank you, Topper, for that board. Get yourself your author bonus of 2,000. Brings you up into 7th place. 34 players there with a non-zero score. And at the top there, in 3rd place, we had Shapes with 3,500, Paulister with 3,700, and Lupine 1 with 5,300. Very well played. I'm not going to bother reading all the names this time round because we still have one more full game to play with 3 more boards in it. So let's get straight back into that. Thank you, Topper, for that board. And I hope my Italian pronunciation was at least subpar. I don't know if you're Italian in any way or if you know you can speak Italian, but either way, I'm apologising in advance. Last chance then, last game this evening, PLMX. PLMX for the final game this evening. And while we play the music, I'm going to quickly populate the questions. Just like that. Better than yours. Okay, fair enough. To be fair, all I was going off of was what Google Translate told me. So if Google Translate... basically, what I'm saying is, if my pronunciation was bad, go and blame Google Translate for giving me a bad pronunciation. It's not my fault. Go and blame Google. I'm allowed to say that. No, I'm not. So yeah, last game this evening before we close everything off. Just for your information, Matt will be doing a watch along of Beat the Chasers over in Discord once this stream has finished, because Beat the Chasers is currently on for this week, as in the actual TV show, not Discord version or anything like that. So yeah, we've got that to watch along with. There's also some games going on as well. I think there's also a Jeopardy game from Samster happening as well. What else is happening today? Yeah, Beat Chasers Watch Along, Samster Jeopardy. There's also Chase VGM happening tomorrow. There is Royal Flush's Happy Hour, so Ben's stream on the Thursdays that starts at 3 p.m. There's the Poker Night, which is the exhibition match, and possibly some magic stuff from Ben. I don't know if he's actually going to be doing that on Thursday or not, but he said possibly. And yeah, all sorts of stuff happening over the remainder of this week. Jeopardy, some version of the Jeopardy game from looks of things. Ben back again on Saturday with his stream at 8 p.m. There's the Cozy Quiz from Ape. Secret Fortune that's apparently in there twice. Pinnacle Larder, the first Flail-iversary pub quiz up on Sunday at 8 p.m. in the Pinnacle Larder. Go follow Tipster if you like to play some traditional sort of pub quiz stuff over on the internet. Topper is doing some 21st question on Sunday at 9 p.m. We're still doing some casual TF2 shenanigans stuff at 10:30 p.m. on Sunday if I can figure out what kind of game we want to play. And watch-alongs and retro Jeopardy and just all sorts of stuff happening. There's even Quizzy Dan doing a stream right now, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I know I'm advertising while I'm still live. That's not a good idea on Twitch generally, but anyway. If they are still live when we finish, though, we'll try and raid them. I have a feeling they'll probably finish first and raid over here. Whatever works. Anyway, 30 seconds and I'll close this lobby off and we'll get our final game underway. And I have to thank the following in alphabetical order. It's Sportsy, Ramsey, and Cetra. They're still live, are they? Hello there, Ben. Speaking of the devil, because it's his game that Dan is playing at the moment. Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Are you simul watching at the moment? You're watching both this and over there. I hope you're doing well. I hope that Dan is doing your game proud. After this, you're taking a shower. Don't really take your warning. Okay, Sheldon, fair enough. But yeah, I'm thanking in advance for this particular game. It's Sportsy, Ramsey, etc. in alphabetical order. Not necessarily order we'll play it in, but that's the alphabetical order that I'm mentioning. Okay, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Is he actually about to raid? Then I'll wait, just in case there's anyone that is in the raid that wants to play. If they're actually about to raid within the next minute, I'll wait. Because I think that's fair. To let others to join in if they want to. Okay, I will pause then. I will pause then for that particular case if that's going to happen. I'll look shocked. Don't worry. We'll all look shocked that the raid is happening. Like I tell you, Quizzy down with the raid! Hello there! Did not expect that in the slightest. Hello there, 8 queens! Oh wow, a raid indeed! And we're doing some more waffle chat. It's a fort raid, indeed it is. Hello there, raiders. How are we all doing? 8 queens all around. How was your stream this evening? How was Ben's game? Basically, that's the question we need to ask you. How was Ben's game? And did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy Dan's playthrough it? Ben made a good game. Well, he does make lots of good games over there in the Persephone's chair game studio, as it were. It be a raid and do it be. Hello there, raiders. And if you do want to join this last game of Wipeout, then get in that room code, PLMX. I've sort of purposely delayed this last lobby because I was informed of your imminent arrival, even though I did act all surprised in that. So if you do want to join in, this is your chance to do so. If you're not seeing your name on screen, don't worry. I am seeing there are a few boxes off the edge. So long as it's long as you put in the room code, then it should bring you into the game. It's a very simple game. If you know the original game show Wipeout, you're going to be seeing 16 answers. 11 of them are correct. 5 are wrong. Avoid the wrong answers because if you hit a wrong answer, then you will wipe your score back to 0. You just need to give me the number associated to each answer that you'll see on the boxes on the screen. All pretty simple. Either answer here in public chat or you can whisper it to Quizbot 3000. Any of those mechanics will work. Right, let's do the actual countdown now, chat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Paul Daniels.
Let's play Wipeout.
And away we go, and there you all are on the leaderboard. You are all answering simultaneously on this game. When you see that the bot has said so, it'll open up a 45-second time interval, and you will be answering in that time interval. Either answer as multiple messages or single message with all the answers that you want to answer for. Pretty simple if you know how that works. Good luck to you all. Let's play. And your first board, which comes to us courtesy of Cetra, hopefully if it comes through, is Unity Makes Wonders. Unity Makes Wonders. Now you may be thinking, are we talking about the game engine Unity? No, we're not talking about the game engine Unity. No, something very different. In the 21st century, the Eurovision Song Contest usually has its own slogan for each year. On this board, 11 of the options are the official Eurovision slogans. Can you find them in time? A quick word of warning, the other 5 are slogans from the Junior Eurovision. Good luck. So this is starting from 2002. Every contest has had a theme artwork and a slogan accompanying it, with a couple of exceptions. 11 of these are official Eurovision Song Contest slogans. 5 of them are Junior Eurovision slogans. Very tricksy, Cetra. Let's see the 16 answers, and your 45 seconds starts now. And if you don't know, at least give me a guess. Need at least a bid of one answer to attempt to score some points. If you don't give me an answer, then I will ceremonially wipe you out. And that is the name of the game here. Because we will be carrying over any points you earn in this board over into the next, and you can still wipe your score back to 0 on board number 2 or 3. Hello, Whiskers. How are you doing? It's a Whiskers. Here is a Whiskers. Must give it at least a shot to earn any points. And all answers have been accounted for. Unfortunately, Natter, Ninja Z, and Fake Paper Tiger, you didn't give me an answer in time either to Public Chat or Whisper to Quizbot 3000, so I'm afraid you are going to get a ceremonial wipeout. And I suppose this will be your sort of first warning to get your answer in time, as when the bot says, and also give me an answer in the form of a number that you can see associated to each answer up on the board. Oh, Matt! Matt's gifting out a sub there to STA192. Thank you very much for that gifted sub over there. And tail. Yes, that's your tail, Whiskers, and it's in my face. I appreciate your tail, Whiskers. Put you over there. There we go. Let's put you over there. Tail in the face. That's what I get. Oh, hairs as well. So we've got 2 people, Topper, Andrew Huska, trying to go for a full bid of 11. Jack and Shadow trying to go for a bid of 10. Also quite bold bidding. So let's put you into live ranking mode and start revealing some answers. We're going to start with Come Together. 33 gave me that answer. That is a correct answer, which was in 2016. The contest held in Stockholm in Sweden, symbolising the power of resistance, resilience and regeneration. A great answer if you gave me that. Oh, I forgot to hit the wipeout button, but it doesn't matter on the first board. Whiskers, stop rushing the desk. And now she's playing more music. Now she's playing more music. She now has 2 music tracks now. I'm going to have to like that so that I remember Percolator. So yeah, Whiskers now wants new music. Stop it, Whiskers. You naughty, naughty. Anyway, let's continue. Moving on. Next one to reveal is Building Bridges. 33 gave me that answer is correct. This was the generic heart logo refreshed in 2015 for the contest held in Vienna, Austria. The theme promoting music as a force for unity where political differences between countries are set aside. Next one to reveal. Hashtag Join Us is a correct answer. This was in 2014, not only an invitation to the audience from the Danish, but also the reflection of the wider integration between broadcasting and social media. That was a correct answer. Nice. Next one. Celebrate Diversity. 28 gave me that answer, is a correct answer, was the central message for the 2017 event, which saw the Eurovision return to Kiev, Ukraine, after the 2005 contest. It's complemented by a creative logo design based around a traditional Ukrainian head necklace known as a namisto, a protective amulet and a symbol of beauty and health. Next one. Dare to Dream is a correct answer. This is the slogan of the 2019 contest in Tel Aviv, Israel. The artwork consists of 3-layered triangles designed to resemble a star, reflecting the stars of the future coming to Tel Aviv for Israel's third hosting of the contest. Tyson, no more left to give. You are safe. Next one. Light Your Fire. Another correct answer. In 2012, the Eurovision Song Contest travelled to its most easterly destination ever of Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan. The country had been marketed as the Land of Fire, and the slogan for the contest reflected this. Next one. Feel the Rhythm. Greece was in the mood to party when they hosted in 2006, as the 2006 Eurovision Song Contest came just 2 years after the Athens hosted the 2004 Summer Olympic Games in spectacular fashion. Another correct answer. Well done to the 15. Give me that answer. Next to reveal a modern fairy tale. Another correct answer. This is where it all started, all the way back in 2002, when Estonia hosted the Eurovision Song Contest in Tallinn. This slogan encapsulates Estonia's recent history. So that was the first of the slogans for Eurovision. Puzzle down, now safe, no more left to give, as well as Progs. Next one. Confluence of Sound. Another correct answer, yes. This one from 2008 reflects both the music of the contest and the geography of the whole city, which is the capital, Serbia, Belgrade. Another correct answer. Only 2 correct answers left on the board. Unfortunately, Drahuska and Jack and Shadow, and in fact also Ramsey in overbid territory. So you will be seeing a wipeout to your name momentarily. We'll find out when that is in a moment. We haven't hit any of the wipeouts yet, which is quite surprising. Next we're going to reveal is Open Up, which is another correct answer. Open Up, the 2020 contest, which is now 2021 contest, was to be held in the Dutch city of Rotterdam, was infamously cancelled for the first time in the Eurovision history. However, its official slogan was carried on to the next year contest of 2021. Yeah, it is a bit of a weird one to have, to be fair, that slogan of Open Up. But hey-ho, them's the breaks, I suppose. One more correct answer up on the board. We haven't touched any wipeouts yet. Maybe this will be the first. Under the Same Sky. The last correct answer. Topper, Jack, and Drahuska are hoping this is correct, although Jack and Drahuska are in overbid territory. Under the Same Sky, is this the last correct answer? Are we going to get a full sweep before revealing any wipeouts? We are! The theme for the 2004 contest held in Istanbul, Turkey, was a message of unity from Turkey to the rest of Europe. So we have managed to achieve the seemingly impossible and reveal all of the correct answers before any of the wipeouts. So that does mean the last 5 are all wipeouts and all feature in the Junior Eurovision. Share the Joy, which was the 2019 contest in Gliwice, Poland. Let's Get Loud, the third ever Junior Eurovision Song Contest, but the first one, the official slogan, in the Belgian city of Hasselt. Embrace. This was the 2016 edition in the Maltese capital of Valletta. Fun in the Sun. The 2008 event held in the Cypriot city of Lemessos. And finally, Shine Bright. And that was in Tbilisi, Georgia in 2017. Well, would you look at that board there? 34 with a non-zero score, and in the lead, Topper with a full bid of 11 there, getting 6,600 points. Now you see, that's the hint there with Topper, is if you can identify the 5 wipeouts, then you just go with everything else. Don't necessarily have to know the 11 are correct, so long as you know the 5 that are wrong. It's as simple as that. And now it's time to lose it all. Absolutely. Topper, you are setting the pace for everyone else with 6,600. In second place is Oni with 3,600. And in tied third place, we have Paulista, Riff, Lupine, and We Like Shapes. All to play for as we go into board number 2. And we go to Ramsey once again for the third visit from Ramsey in this game, in this stream, should I say, rather than this game. Board number 2 is... I should have taken left turner Alderaan. Dang it. Should have taken left turner Alderaan. Info. Which of these are the names of locations that feature on screen in a Star Wars film? So the correct answers are planets or moons which appear on screen in one or more live-action motion picture releases in the Star Wars franchise. Specifically, this includes all 9 episodes of the main Skywalker saga, as well as Rogue One and Solo, which are the 2 standalone anthology films. So 11 of these answers that you're going to see are locations in the Star Wars universe. The other 5, I'm afraid, are in galaxies far, far away. Here could be 16. And your 45 seconds starts now. And clarification, scenes on the surface of these planets, not just establishing shots of the planet from afar. So 11 of these feature in Star Wars, 5 do not. And do remember, you need to give me at least a bid of 1 to continue your score. If you do not give me a bid in the time, you will be wiped out. 10 seconds to get your bids in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Not all answers are this time, only 15, but it's enough to secure that we are not going to be seeing any more answers this time round. So, let's see. Drahuska going for another full bid of 11. Colo and Royal Flush going for a bid of 8. Whiskers, stop being a naughty cat. You'll get your treats later, okay? You'll get your treats later. I'm doing a stream. You'll get your treats later. Ninja's A, unfortunately, you didn't give me an answer, so I do have to give you that actual wipeout now. And there may be a little trick to this board. When I start revealing the wipeouts, there may be a little trick as to maybe be figuring out what the other answers could be. Let's go to live ranking mode. Topper in the lead, going with a bit of 7. Let's see how far that goes. First answer we're going to reveal is Tatooine. Yeah, nice easy start there, I think. 48 players getting a right answer there. The desert planet of Tatooine, home planet of Luke Skywalker, and has appeared in 7 of the 9 films, including being the very first world shown on screen in the series in Episode 4, A New Hope. Next one, Naboo. 37 giving me that. First appearing in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, but appearing in scenes in future movies as well. Naboo was home to Padme Amidala and a certain infamous Gungan, who should not be named here. Next one, Hoth. Yes, the icy planet is the home of the Rebels' Echo Base and the setting for the opening act of Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, as the Rebels are forced to defend the base long enough to evacuate after being discovered by Darth Vader and the Empire. Next one, Dagobah. As another correct answer, the swampy planet that was the refuge of Yoda and was the site of Luke Skywalker's Jedi training throughout Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, as well as appearing in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Next one, Coruscant. Another correct answer. Coruscant is an ecumenopolis. Good word there. A planet-wide city and the galactic capital, home of the Jedi Temple and the Galactic Senate. It was home to many of the political events in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, as well as appearing in Episodes 1 and 3. How are we doing with people? A lot of people already safe, no more left to give. Topper still looking for 2. Colo and Ben still looking for 3 more. Pyrapygmy and Car still looking for 1. Any overbids? Unfortunately, Drahuska is in overbid territory with a bid of 7 and 6 remaining that are correct. Next one, Exegol. 13 giving me the answer is correct. The dark desert planet in the unknown regions is home to the Sith Citadel, as well as the Final Order, a massive fleet of Star Destroyers set to conquer the galaxy in spoilers, if you've not seen that film, I suppose. Mustafar. 10 players giving me this answer. Mustafar. The correct answer, yes. A fiery planet with lava, fields and rivers, Mustafar was home to the fateful duel between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I have the high ground. Next one. Kessel. Yes, much of Kessel was devoted to mining an illicit substance known as spice, as well as a rare form of fuel called coaxium. The film Solo features Han Solo attempting a coaxium heist on Kessel, then making his famous Kessel Run to escape. 3 right and 5 wrong, yet to reveal. Ben still looking for 1. Colo still looking for 2. Proves you're now safe as well. We still haven't touched any of these wipeouts. What's the trick with the wipeouts? I don't know yet. We'll get there in a moment. We're going to Scarif next. That is correct answer. Yes, Scarif was a tropical planet that housed the Empire's top secret projects and research, and its databanks were the target of a daring raid in Rogue One. Just 2 correct now, and 5 wipeout. And we're going to Cestus 3 next. Cestus 3. Drahuska's hoping for a correct answer here, so is Yellowtail, Mac, and BC. Cestus 3. It is unfortunately a wipeout, and this is where we get the little trick. So all the wipeouts on this board featuring Star Trek. Not Star Wars, Star Trek. So if you can figure out the Trek from the war, then you may be able to work this full board out. Cessus 3 visited in the original Star Trek. Captain Kirk and his landing party survive an attack on an observation outpost by the reptilian Gorn species. Later, Kirk is forced to battle the Gorn captain in single combat in perhaps the most iconic fight sequence in the series. Partney, I know, I can't say words apparently. 2 right and 4 wrong. So 2 wars and 4 Treks left on the board. Next one we're going to reveal is Riser. I think that's the correct pronunciation, is it? Riser, yes. Riser. That is designated as a pleasure planet. Riser is a popular vacation spot visited for shore leave by Captain Picard and other officers in multiple different Star Trek series. I'm afraid it was a trek, not a war, so it's another wipeout. Next one to reveal is Cardassia Prime. No, not Kardashians, but the ruthless Cardassians, who first appeared in Star Trek The Next Generation and were featured prominently throughout Deep Space Nine. Yes, Cardassians, a major villain in Deep Space. Villain in Deep Space Nine. Another Trek, not a war. 2 right and 2 wrong left to reveal. Next one we'll reveal is Dakar, or Dakar. Correct answer, yes. A lush forest plant in the Outer Rim. Dakar was the headquarters of the Resistance, led by General Organa, and first appeared in Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Colo still looking for an answer, as well as Nicole, as well as SSTA. 1 right and 2 wrong left to reveal. And we're going to be revealing Crate next. Colo, Milodnik, and SSTA, all in fact looking for this answer to complete their bid. Is this the last Star Wars entry, or is this a Star Trek? It is the last Star Wars entry, yes. Crate is a small red mineral planet covered with a layer of white salt, and was the setting for a battle between the Resistance and the First Order in Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So it does mean the last 2 are Star Trek locations. We're going to be revealing one of them, which is Ferenginar. Which is the home planet of the prophet-obsessed Ferengi, who have appeared in almost every series since debuting in Star Trek The Next Generation. And the last one that no one touched was Kronos, I think is the correct pronunciation of that. Home planet of the Klingons. Kronos has featured in multiple series and feature films, sometimes with slight spelling variants. And this spelling appeared on screen in the 2013 film Star Trek Into Darkness, in novelizations of that film, as well as in a lawsuit filed by Paramount and CBS regarding the fan-made Prelude to Axanar. So, well done for avoiding that final answer. There was the final wipeout. And, well, look at this. 47 players now with a non-zero score. And you look at the top of that board. Topper still in a strong lead. 9,400 doots. Could still lose it all. Colo in second place. Tied, in fact, with Royal Flush. 50,000. Well, that would be bad. 5,100. Paulista and Lupine in tied fourth place. 4,300 doots. But it's all to play for on this final board. And when I say board, I really do mean board. Your landmark is the same as mine, right? Your landmark is the same as mine, right? How well do you know your localizations? On the board will be 16 pairs of Monopoly properties from both the UK and the US. 11 of these properties match the exact location on the Monopoly board between UK and US. The remaining 5 will be properties but their locations will not match on the respective Monopoly boards. So you're going to see 16 pairs of names, which are from UK and US boards respectively. 11 sit on exactly the same spot on both boards. 5 of them are on differing spots. How well do you know both versions of UK and US? Good luck. Still need to give me a bit of 1 if you've got some score to try and preserve it. Here come your answers, and your 45 seconds, should I say, starts now. You'll get the treats in a moment. "20 seconds to make your guesses. You need to give me at least a bit of 1 to preserve your score. Potentially. Has to still be right, though. 10 seconds. If you're hearing this, you may want to submit now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. All answers have been accounted for. Nicole Milodnik, you had 2,500 doots in the bank. You didn't give me an answer in time. That does mean I have to give you a wipeout, I'm afraid. You did not give me an answer in that 45 seconds. So you do go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 doots, I'm afraid. Whiskers, stop being naughty. You'll get your treats at the end of the stream. Okay? You'll get your treats in a moment. So, Drahuska trying to go for a full bid. Shadowmane, Tyson, Mac, and Trioda trying to go for a bid of 7. How many is Topper going for? Just 2. They don't need to do much to preserve their lead here. They're trying to go for a total of 9,700 doots if this plays out. Let's find out. Whiskers, you will get your treats at the end. Goodness me, you're being very naughty today. Let's start revealing answers. We're going to start with Mayfair / Boardwalk. A nice easy start. 40 give me an answer. Yes, features as basically the final position before you get to go again. So sort of position number 39 if you count number 1 as one of these positions and number 40 as the go slot. So position number 39 is Mayfair and Boardwalk. That is a correct answer. So if you gave me that, you're safe. No more answers to give. Thank you for the follow there, SSTA. Greatly appreciated on that follow. Whiskers, you've been very naughty. Shush. Shush. You will get your treats in a moment. Next one. Old Kent Road, Mediterranean Avenue. Ah, thank you for the follow as well, Riff Raccoon. Greatly appreciated. I know you just joined the Discord as well, but appreciate the follow over here on Twitch as well. Thank you for the follow. Old Kent Road, Mediterranean Avenue. Yes, that is correct. That is position number 1. Surprisingly, the other side of the go spot. Next one. Trafalgar Square, Illinois Avenue. Yes, they share position number 24 over in the Reds, I believe that is. Whiskers, you will get your treats at the end. Stop marking the wall. Stop marking the wall, Whiskers. Next. Pentonville Road, Connecticut Avenue. Yes, number 9 features in the light blue section. I think it's the most expensive light blue. Next one. Euston Road, Vermont Avenue. The one just behind in position number 8, also in the light blues. Topper, you're safe. No more left to give. And you're safe on 9,700. I think your possible games of Cash Trap recently had a featured board that had these answers on, possibly, so maybe you're trying to recall back to that. Thank God for that, indeed. Next one to reveal. Regent Street, Pacific Avenue. Yes, one of the greens, I believe, in position number 31. Regent Street, Pacific Avenue is a correct answer. Colo, no more left to give. Shapes, also no more left to give. Oh, yeah, Well, you accepted both UK and US answers. I thought you'd also done the cash traps, which had the answers in as well. Maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, I do remember doing the first 10 positions answer on the 21st question. I do remember that at the very least. But I thought you had a cash trap game that also had these in. Possibly, I'm misremembering. Anyway, moving on. Pall Mall, St. Charles Place. Pall Mall, St. Charles Place. Yes, position number 11 in the pinks, I suppose you can call it. I think it's the first pink. Next one. Fleet Street, Indiana Avenue. Yes, position number 23, also one of the reds. Only 7 players giving me that answer, but they gave me a correct answer. Pyrapygmy, now safe no more. And, okay, Drahuska is still in overbid territory from the looks of things. Anyone else? Trioda, unfortunately, also in overbid territory there. So there are 3 correct and 5 wrong left on the board to reveal. Next one. The Angel Islington, Marvin Gardens. I'm afraid not. Angel Islington is one of the light blues on the UK, but Marvin Gardens is one of the yellows on the opposite side of the board at position number 29. So they do both feature, but unfortunately on opposite sides of the board. So that is a wipeout answer, I'm afraid. Next one. King's Cross Station, B&O Railroad. King's Cross is on the first rank of stations on the UK. B&O, though, is the third station you would hit after passing Go. Again, on opposite sides of the board. 3 right and 3 wrong left to reveal. I read that as B&Q Railroad when I first saw that. To be fair, I probably did the same. I think I did the same, Proogs. Google it for those Americans that don't know what B&Q is. Next one to reveal, Oxford Street, North Carolina Avenue. Yes, they share position number 32 in the greens. Tipster and Shadow still looking for 2 answers. Yellowtail still looking for 1. We now go to Vine Street or St. James Place. Vine Street, St. James Place. That was one of the tricksy ones. They are both oranges, but unfortunately feature at opposite ends of the orange section. Vine Street, the last one. St. James, the first one that you would visit on those boards, respectively. So both oranges, but unfortunately differing positions in that orange set. 2 right and 2 wrong left. Leicester Square, Atlantic Avenue. Yes, they share position 26 in the yellows. Leicester Square, Atlantic Avenue do share a position. 1 right and 2 wrong left on the board to reveal. Sheldon now safe, as well as Natter. Yellowtail still looking for an answer. And this is Yellowtail's final answer to look for. Marlborough Street with Kentucky Avenue. Marlborough Street, which is an orange, I believe. Kentucky Avenue is on the other side with the red. It's just the other side of free parking, I'm afraid. Marble Street with an orange. Kentucky is a red. They do not have the same position. So that is going to be a wipeout for Yellowtail. Excuse me. Sneeze is coming. Any more? Or is that it? That's it for now, I think. So that does mean we don't really matter about these last answers because we're just looking at wipeout territory. But let's reveal them anyway. Liverpool Street Station, Short Line Railroad. For information, do share the same position. They are the 4th station you would visit. So the last one you would visit on your journey round from Go. And the last one there, Whitehall and Pennsylvania Avenue. Let me quickly look that up. Whitehall would be a pink, but Pennsylvania Avenue is a green. Whitehall is not White House. Did I say something else? But Whitehall and Pennsylvania Avenue, 13 and 34, respectively, in their positions. And that is it at the end of that board. 37 players with a non-zero score, and at the top, in 3rd place, Royal Flush with 5,200, Colo in 2nd with 5,700, and Topper finishing, the keyboard's done its thing again, Topper finishing the board off there, 9,700 doots. Clearly that the White House is on Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah, duh, blah. not thinking straight. Top One Gaming finishing 9,700 dudes. Very well played. That Eurovision, or should I say junior Eurovision knowledge, paying off dividends there on that first board. So yeah, thank you very much for your participation in these games. I hope you had a lot of fun. I know there were some tricksy boards in there, but I hope that some of the other boards sort of balanced that out and made it feel a little more fair. If you're interested in writing future boards of Wipeouts, then you can get the information on that on Discord. All you need to do is sign up to the webpage that I've got dedicated to that, and if the board is decent enough, then I will put it up for a future game of Wipeout. Simple as that. I'm back on Friday with some Duel Royale, so some wonderful duel stuff just in the massive multiplayer variant that we know as Royale. A lot of fun to play that was going to be. I hope you enjoyed this slightly faster paced version of Wipeout as well, though we spend a little less time dilly-dallying on the boards, although we spent a lot of time waffling on game number 2 in the lobby when I was talking about stuff. But yeah, I'll be back, and yes, more Deal 4 info will be forthcoming soon as well. We will catch you all later. Anything else to say, Whiskers? Do you have anything to say? Nope. She is cleaning herself. She has nothing to say. I will be giving her some treats in a moment. No, Willie. Oh yeah, the wheel. Duh, the wheel. I forget about that, didn't I? Wow. Let's quickly rectify that situation. We definitely need to do a wheel. Let's go to the giveaway section, and we're going to go to that and keyword, and we're going to have. We are going to have. What is our keyword going to be? What was that noise, Whiskers? Oh, you're just playing with this. Oh, okay, fair enough. You're just playing, are you? Let's do. I can't spell. We'll go for that as our key phrase. The wheel. What's Fibonacci in Italian? It's probably Fibonacci, surprisingly. So if you want to have a go at spinning this wheel, or, I mean, I spin by proxy for you, but you earn whatever it lands on. And things happen, basically. It's how I close my streams off. If we spin the wheel and you get free doots. It's as simple as that. Or maybe you land on mystery and then you have to do a time shock. Yes, we will be definitely doing full screen in a moment. Let me quickly get to that layout over here. The cam only one. There we are. Oh, of course, the wheel's going to feature at Q&L when we do that. Definitely feature at Q&L. Right. What's the new mystery prize? We're still doing time shocks. We still have some stacks to play through, so it's still time shock related. So it's not really much of a mystery anymore, is it? I need to change it to say time shock instead. Right. Who's going to be picked for the giveaway? It's going to be new follower, SSTA. You are going to get some doots. So SSTA, you're currently sitting on 0 doots, so we're going to start you off with some number. I'm hoping we don't hit the negative 4K here. Let's get you some doots here, and let's play the music. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Get your cat jams out. That's a bit of a payday there. 50,000, just like that. Just like that, 50,000 doots. And just like that, they've jumped up to 41st position. Big winner. Is that good? Yes, it is. It's the second best you can get off of this board. The best you can get on this board is 100k. Unless, of course, you wanted to play the Time Shock variant, in which case you could win up to 1 million. But that requires extra effort. So yeah, very well played on that spin. I know it's all by proxy, but there you go. Welcome. Thank you for the follow recently as well from SSTA and Riff Raccoon. And Doots is just my informal currency that we have here on my stream. All the games that you play, or most of the games you play here, you earn Doots for playing. So like for this game, you've been earning Doots there on the board, with Topper getting their 9,700 at the end. So yeah. And speaking of Doots, we're actually coming to the end of the season soon. Not this Friday, but the next Friday, I think it is supposed to be the finale of this season with the Vault. And I need to figure out what I need to do with the Doots. So I think I said it was going to be, we'll take the top number of people that have a certain Doot value or something, and they have the sort of priority to become one of the main players to do a, do I dare say it, cash game of the Vault. So yeah, that could be a thing. We'll do a cash game of the Vault. So those that are in, I think I said like top 10 or top 20 on the Doots. I forget what the actual value was, but in that upper echelon, you'll get the priority on potentially entering the Vault for cash. Is the £250 rolling over? Well, I mean, I promised that for £250 for 4,000 heartbeats, so I may have to do something like that to see if you can get the top prize for the Vault for that. So yeah. And yes, for Wipeout, it is now only 3 boards a game, Ben, but we did play 4 entire games, so we played 12 boards today, which is actually more than we normally do. Thank you for the follow there, Mac. Greatly appreciated as well. Also, hello, hi. So that is going to be it for my stream this evening. I hope you had fun. I'm back again on Friday. I'll be lurking over on Ben's stream tomorrow, and also on Saturday as well. More duel stuff to happen shortly as well. There'll be some more announcements coming in soon, because the tournament will be upon us very soon as well. Those that have already received a message from me with regards to being volunteers, then thank you very much for all your help there. If you didn't receive any extra messages, then it means I've not accepted you this time round, but I'm keeping your name on file just in case I need to fill in a spot if someone needs to drop out due to real life commitments happening. Right. I'll see you all later. Go and watch the Beat the Chasers over in Discord, or play some Jeopardy with Samster, or do whatever you want. It's your life. Live it the way you want to. I'll see you later. I'll see you on Friday. Until then, take care. Bye.